If you want to build or scale your high-ticket coaching, consulting, or expert business, sales is by far the most important skill you need to master, no matter if you sell yourself or already building a team to sell for you. And in this video, I'll show you how to do it. Because let's be real, you can have the best marketing in the world and generate hundreds of qualified leads every week, but if you can't turn these leads into high-paying clients, you're not making any money or even lose money. And it just gets worse. Marketing is getting more competitive every single day. I see it inside almost every single ad account of our partner companies. Ad costs are rising, building organic audiences harder than ever, and standing out online has become brutally difficult. And that's why it's even more important to have above industry standard conversion rates if you want to succeed. But don't worry, I got you, and in this video I'll break down my proven process that performs like crazy right now without using any of these pushy and outdated sales tactics. By the way, if you don't already know me, my name is Philipp Kaufhold, and over the past 8 years I've built my own $1 million info business, scaled past 100 grand a month and beyond, and helped many other coaches and consultants do the same. I've personally done over 3,000 sales calls myself, trained hundreds of sales reps and partners, and invested tens of thousands to learn from some of the best mentors in the industry to keep improving my sales skills day by day. And here's what I've realized in the past years. The game has changed. Not only because the general consumer behavior changed because of the sheer flood of information available online in nearly every industry, but also because of the rising saturation in every market as more and more people realize how much potential the info business industry has. Unfortunately, that's the reason many low quality offers led to an all-time low trust and sales resistance, so it's even more important than ever to think different and actually show genuine goodwill and undeniable proof instead of pressure to turn leads into clients in this new environment. And that's exactly what I want to share with you today, my experience, my best practices, and the exact framework that I and my partner companies use to succeed in this new market. So let's dive in. This video is split into 3 parts. First, I'll cover the mindset, the right way to think about sales in the info world right now. Then I'll walk you through my proven sales process, battle tested in more than 200 info businesses, so you know how to structure your calls to build trust instead of resistance. And finally, I'll show my proven sales framework I personally successfully used in more than 3,000 calls, so you know exactly what to say when, how to handle objections, and what follow-up flow actually works. So let's start with the right mindset first, your approach and your tone. And this is especially important if you don't like sales right now, or it just feels a little bit off. And trust me, I know exactly what I'm talking about because I used to have a very bad feeling about sales too when I started, and many of my clients had the same experience before they implemented what I'm about to show you now. And don't worry, I'm not about to give you a Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort style hype speech right now. It's quite the opposite. Pushy sales tactics and pressure-based closes are just outdated and simply not sustainable. They go against human psychology because they trigger a fight or flight response in your prospect, especially when trust is low already, and they also lead to low commitment in the collaboration, bad results, and high refund rates, and too often damage your brand. So here's the first big mind shift. Stop thinking about sales as manipulation or pressuring people by just using the right words, and start thinking of it as coaching and consulting instead. You just need to genuinely try to find out if you and the potential client are the right fit, and show that you can help them by actually helping them in advance. That actually builds real trust and shows competence, so it instantly shifts the energy from pushy pitch to collaborative problem solving, so it's a great experience for the prospect, but also for yourself. And if you really are an expert in your field and provide real value to them, something magical happens. In 9 out of 10 cases, they'll be the ones asking you to pitch your offer. And again, that completely shifts the whole dynamic. Now let's talk about the process to make that happen. Most people still try to force a one-call clause to save time, and that's the reason they lose a lot of deals. Sure, if you've got a massive brand or you're simply the only one offering a certain solution, you can pull that off. But even in that case, you'd be better off if you switch to a 2-call process instead of trying to pressure. Always remember that your potential client probably has already talked to 3, 5, or even 10 other pushy sales reps before, and if you're the next one who comes across with pressure, your deal is dead before it even starts. And that's the reason why I switched to the 2-call process, and when I did, I got so much better in sales. So here's how it works. Call 1 is the value call. This is where you figure out if it's the right fit and how exactly you can help them. You consult them, you build trust, and you create a roadmap together. And yes, at the end, you present the proposal, but here's the twist. I don't push them to any decision on the spot. I want them to think about it, I want them to feel confident, and I want them to be truly committed. So I sent them everything over and scheduled the second call, the decision call. This is where we go over the proposal again, discuss potential details, answer all their open questions, handle potential objections, and then close if it's the right fit. It's that simple. As you see, the first call isn't about your offer. It's about helping them, building trust, and proving that you can lead them to success. But most sales reps won't take that extra mile, and this is your big advantage to win. Now let's go deeper into the framework so you really understand how to structure these calls and copy the process for your own sales. By the way, I call it framework, not script, for a reason. I don't believe in reading word-for-word lines. Prospects will smell that from a mile away. Instead, think of it as a set of checkpoints you naturally walk through. So here's how I run my value calls. I always start with a quick introduction to build rapport and some relaxed small talk to set the vibe and make the prospects feel comfortable. Then I set the frame. I simply explain how this call usually is structured and highlight that this won't be any of these pushy sales calls. The goal today is to just figure out if it's the right fit and give them a clear idea about how exactly they can reach their goal. If we see that it's a good fit and they like my approach, we can look at the proposal together and set up another call to get into details. But to do that, I need to ask some questions about their situation, so I ask for their permission, which will then give me the power to lead the conversation. Once they agree, I ask about their current situation. A powerful question to start usually is, why did you book this call today? To let them share information they think are important and even reveal a little bit about their motivation and their personality. But you can simply ask everything you need. Just keep a neutral tone here. This is very important. The goal in this stage is to simply understand their starting point, their point A. From there, I can dig deeper into their challenges and goals to reveal some of their motivations and emotion. I'll ask about their biggest challenges right now, what exactly they want to happen in the next 6 months, what's their realistic expectation of what should happen if they change nothing, and why it's important to them. The why is very important because it uncovers the emotion and motivation behind their goals, which creates urgency and basically the necessary energy to take action. It's also very important to identify the gaps between where they are right now and where they want to be, and sometimes, depending on the industry, the target group, and the situation, it even makes sense to make them reflect where they end up if they don't change something, because this is the real value of your solution for them. The bigger the perceived gap, the more valuable your solution and the easier they can justify your price later. Now, after building the problem and desire awareness, it's time for the solution awareness. So I ask them about their ideal, perfect solution for their situation to understand what they really want right now. And you'll face one of two scenarios here. If they describe exactly what you do, great. Just let them know that this is exactly what you do, and then transition into the in-depth consultation to explain how you would actually do it in their case. If they have another solution in mind, just ask them if you can share a different perspective on that and add a little bit of trust to back your authority. Something like this. Okay, nice. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Prospect. I hear that all the time from many people in your situation I talk to before they work with us. But would it be okay if I share a different perspective that helped more than 200 coaches and consultants build and scale their business? Now we step into the coaching and consulting phase, where I simply outline what I would do if I were in their situation. I usually break it down into 3 to 5 steps. But it's important to stay at the high-level perspective, something like that. Okay, based on what you told me today, we first need to optimize your positioning and offer. Here it's important that we X, so we do Y. Then we need to build your automated client acquisition system, where we do X and Y, so we get Z. In the last step, after optimizing your system to meet our target KPIs, we implement our proven systems and processes so your business is able to handle high volume at scale. As you see, keep it short, clear, and easy to follow. Now, when I'm done, I always check in with questions like, does it make sense? Do you see how this could help you to reach XYZ? Or do you have any questions right now? And this is really important. You don't sell your offer yet. You sell your strategy first, because once they bought into your strategy and your roadmap, there is no other person who is a better fit to help them implement than you. So wait for the buying signal, something like, yes, that makes perfect sense. How can you help me set it up? Or they simply directly ask for more information regarding your collaboration opportunities. And finally, that's the time to pitch your offer. But I keep it short and use only one of 2 options depending on the case. I either open up a Google Doc and literally just write down what we do together with the timeline and the price at the bottom. Or I just share my screen and walk them through a pre-made generic proposal. Either way, I keep it under 5 minutes and then I ask them about their feedback, which leads to their objection handling stage. Now, in my honest opinion, most advice on objection handling or there is complete BS. People aren't stupid and just buy into your high ticket offer because a random stranger reframes the situation. If someone really doesn't have the funds, it's simply not the right timing, or first needs to talk to their business partner or their wife, you can't just handle that with a slick line. And I already told you that most people out there already had a negative experience with a pushy, overpromising sales rep, so they want some time to think about it. But in some cases, the objection is really just a smokescreen, so what I always do is just first a test for confidence. Something like that. I understand, to just show them that you take them seriously, but beside X, objection, you can be 100% honest with me here. Do you really feel confident that this is the right solution for you, or is there anything else holding you back? That basically shows me if it's a problem of confidence or trust, or if it's a real objection. If they're still not confident, but you're convinced that this is the perfect solution, just loop back into consultation mode to just show them another perspective. But if they are confident and the objection is real, I try to find a way to make it possible. Maybe a payment plan, maybe inviting their partner to the next call, or just scheduling the next call to find a solution together. After that, if everything is clear, I just send them the proposal and follow this one golden rule. Always schedule the next call. I promise you, if you don't, in many cases, life just gets in the way and you will need to chase the prospect. And even if they say it's not the right timing right now, I still book a follow-up 2 or 4 weeks later to check how things are going and if something has changed. And trust me, this persistence, without pressure, wins deals you'd otherwise lose. For the next call, the decision call, I usually just start with some relaxed small talk and then ask if they had the chance to review the proposal again and if they have any new questions or details we should cover. From there, usually it's just a short discussion, maybe some objection handling, going through some details, and then if it's the right fit, congratulations, a close. Make sure you use a CRM to stay organized with your follow-ups and record and track your calls to consistently analyze and improve your skills. And that's it. If you start using this approach, I promise you, you'll actually start enjoying sales and it will be your key to turn your leads into happy customers that actually are committed and get great results with your program or service, which will then again boost your brand and life quality even further. By the way, if you're struggling with lead generation right now, just check out my other video where I break down how we built and scaled our own info business to the $1 million level and generate leads using our signature paid ads funnel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.